Well, from all that's happening in motor racing to a very serene, peaceful existence for our solo round-the-world sailor, Jessica Watson. We're pleased to welcome her to Thursday Night Live for the first time. G'day, Jess.
Yeah, hey.
The first question is a pretty obvious one. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm out here in the middle of the Tasman, right next to Lord Howe Island.
Jess, it hasn't been very long yet. Have you seen anything interesting? You would hope that there's interesting things the whole way throughout your trip. Is there anything interesting going on yet?
Yeah, I'm definitely just settling in still. So I mean, mostly it's a load of blue water and blue sky, but I mean that's good. It's pretty.
Yeah, there could be a bit of that, I'd imagine, for the next 8 months. Now, Jess, you're doing this solo and unassisted, which means you have to have taken everything that you're going to consume with you. Talk us through what you're eating and drinking. Like, what would you have eaten for dinner last night?
Yeah, well, the amazing thing is I haven't actually discovered that I've forgotten anything yet, so we're doing pretty well so far. Got all the essentials. But, yeah, last night's dinner I think was beef stroganoff and that sort of stuff, and last of my fresh spinach, and yeah, just been eating, getting stale bread and cereal, so pretty normal stuff, really.
Can I join you? You're eating better than I am.
And she's preparing it herself. Jess, the thing that would, if I did this, which I never...
Come to wash up.
The thing that would get me about this whole trip is not being able to talk to people whenever I wanted to. Have you been speaking to your mum? Are you missing communicating with people already?
Yeah, look, I'm speaking to everyone quite a lot, and I'm just giving myself a bit of time to settle in, but, I mean, sure, I miss everyone already, but I don't know, I can talk to them, you know, pretty much whenever I want, so that's pretty cool.
Now, I remember speaking to you a couple of days ago on the news, and at that stage, you weren't quite becalmed, but you certainly weren't getting a lot in the way of assistance from the wind, and that can be as frustrating as rough seas. Can you give us an update on how the conditions have been generally? Are you able to run at any stage now? Are you getting a bit of a roll on?
Yesterday was really great. We had a really great run of 155 nautical miles, so that was nice. We were getting along well, just a nice broad reach, and at the moment we're just on a tight reach, so almost heading into the wind and just sort of not getting anywhere too fast. But I don't know, believe it or not, it's not actually frustrating me. I'm just sort of, yeah, enjoying it for what it is.
Just kicking back, taking it easy. Now, I'm sorry to harp on food, but I'm fascinated by this idea. You've got to take all your food for 8 months. Do you go fishing, Jess? Do you get a chance to put a hook in the water?
I haven't put my line out yet, but I will have to at some point. I mean, look, I'm not that much of a fisherman, but we'll give it a go.
Have you gutted a fish before by yourself? I'm just curious, sorry, from a girly point of view.
Not by myself, so I'm telling you, it's going to be a bit of fun, hey?
Good work.
Well, what's ahead of you, Jess? I mean, obviously you're getting pretty good forecasts, we hope. What are you looking forward to in the next few days, or worried about, for that matter?
Yeah, still keeping an eye out for a bit of a front that should be coming through anytime soon, but other than that, the wind should just be going round to the west a bit, so I should be just running a bit more and basically more of the same.
Well, we'd love to drop in and catch up on one of those feeds, and we would wash the dishes if we did, but unfortunately that'd ruin your entire trip because solo around the world doesn't add up. Jessica Watson, thank you very much for your time. We'll catch up with you again very soon. All the best.
One Aussie who's doing us proud is solo sailor Jessica Watson, who has just passed the equator. She's going so well, she's actually a couple of days ahead of schedule, and just before the show I managed to catch up with her via Skype, somewhere in the waters near the Kiribati Islands. I started by asking her how she celebrated after crossing the equator.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big milestone, so I was definitely celebrating. I had some presents to open, plenty of things, nice things to eat and drink, and had to toast Neptune. It's traditional to offer Neptune something to drink or eat or whatever, and asking for a safe passage, and then I had a good dunk in the water because that's what you do normally for first time crossing the equator.
So what's been the hardest thing about your trip so far?
So, I mean, there's been a few, I suppose, nasty squalls, but I suppose just settling into a rhythm really was the hardest part, and I mean, it's really just all gone absolutely amazingly well, and I suppose this is the easy leg and there's plenty of tough stuff to come, but yeah, really, really happy with how everything's going.
Now, I've got to ask, what is it like waking up alone in the middle of the ocean?
It honestly just feels completely normal. I suppose it's a bit weird, and sure, I miss everyone back home a lot, but I can honestly say I've never felt lonely so far. Just there's so many people who are thinking of me out here, and I've got great contact with home, and I don't know, I honestly say I just haven't found lonely yet.
You're in one of the best fishing places in the whole world. Have you caught any massive fish yet?
I'd love to say that I have, but I've been trolling a line almost every day for a while out here, and I haven't caught a single thing.
Haven't caught a single thing yet?
No, it's not a bit embarrassing, really.
Well, good luck, Jessica. We'll check in with you again as the trip carries on. Thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations on crossing the equator.
Yes, thanks. It's my first time crossing the equator, so it's traditional to have a dunk in the salt water as you go across. And I was going to go all out and have a dunking of pink pudding, but decided that it'd taste better as dessert, and there's no one else out here to make me, which is a good thing. So here goes. It's not really that bad. Quite nice, actually. Well, it's 28th of January, and you wouldn't believe it, but it was less than an hour ago, and we had a beautiful sunny day, and now we've got this really thick fog that's rolled in all of a sudden. So it's amazing how quick it went from warm and sunny to terrible visibility and all foggy. But no complaints, because we've just got enough wind to keep us moving towards the east. So it's really good. It's really cool, because we're almost halfway across the Atlantic Ocean already, and we're officially on the way home now. We've passed the halfway point, and every mile's closer towards Australia, which is good. It's just amazing how fast it's all going, and that we're already halfway. I had plenty to keep me busy, even though it's been nice and quiet lately, because I've had plenty of jobs and things to tidy up after our storm last week. So 65 knots plus of wind and some pretty amazing waves and 4 knockdowns. So had a bit of damage and definitely some interesting moments. But overall, I'm just really happy with how Pink Lady and myself went. So really, really happy with the way Pink Lady handled everything. So it's good. But yeah, just really enjoying all the little things out here still. Happy to be on the way home, and yeah, plenty of jobs to do. So I'll probably finish up now and get back to them.
Time to catch up with the young lady who is attempting to become the youngest solo round-the-world sailor, unassisted. There she is on the map. She's done all that stuff. She's gone over the equator, which you must do. That is the regulation. Come into WA and then just hike around the Australian coast. Let's have a chat now with Jessica Watson, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Jess, give us an idea where you are and what you're up to right now.
Under South Australia now, so getting close to being under Adelaide, and headed southeast to Tassie. But yeah, today's been a pretty good sailing, and tomorrow's going to get a bit bouncy, so not the greatest weather forecast for the next.
Jess, when we spoke to you last week, you said you'd been in some pretty rough conditions. How's it been for the last week since we spoke to you?
We had a bit of real calm stuff, rolling around going nowhere, and then we had a couple of good days sailing, which has been great to finally make some good progress again. So yeah, it goes from everything to nothing, which is a bit frustrating, but it's been pretty good. Yeah.
Give us an idea how you plot your course at this late stage. There must be a temptation to hug the coast and give people a bit of a wave as you're obviously in Australian waters. So how does it all work? Do you just go where the winds go?
No, not really. The closer I get to shore, the more shipping and the more stuff I've got to look out for. So I'm keen to stay as far offshore as I can until the last minute. Yeah, it means losing. But yeah.
Jess, you've been out there for month upon month upon month. Have you had enough? You must be looking forward to getting home. Have you had enough? You just want to step off the boat and get to Sydney Harbour.
Yep. Yeah, having a great time, and I'm going to miss so much about being out here. But yeah, I'm definitely ready. I can't wait to step off and have a bit of a rest.
Well, we'll be there when you do, Jess, and we'll check in with you, of course, before you get to Sydney Harbour. In the meantime, all the best, and we'll talk again soon. Have fun.
Will do. Thanks.
Now, it's a kind of funny story because it's happening very slowly, unlike the drama of today in Melbourne. But this is going to be big when she comes into Sydney Harbour. We'll bring it to you on One Live. Of course, stay tuned for the details because we're not sure when she'll be coming in.
It's quite a bit stronger than we thought the last couple of days, so I got blowing actually north of Sydney a little bit. And at the moment I'm actually beating my way back southwest, into the wind and to Sydney Harbour.
All these people here waiting, you know, for Jess.
Oh, hang on,
you're late, but you know, just have a look outside at the size of the waves. And, you know, you'll realise.
Sailing solo across oceans, you know, it can be on par with locking yourself in a box for months on end.
The thing which strikes me is that she has sailed around the world alone. But as from tomorrow, it'll be difficult for her to walk down a street alone, or certainly unrecognised in this country. She is going to have her life irrevocably changed by what she has just done, and so she should.
She's walking slowly and tentatively to a very, very warm welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome Jessica Watson home.
But in the eyes of all Australians, you now stand tall as our newest Australian hero.
I'm actually going to disagree with what our Prime Minister has just said. I don't consider myself a hero. I'm an ordinary girl who believed in her dream.